So what exactly happened at the funeral of Bray Wyatt? We have sad new details involving the wife of Bray Wyatt, Jojo, and also will reveal who was there and who wasn't there, as we have new details on Bray Wyatt being laid to rest. First, we have some updates involving the tragic passing of Bray Wyatt. Former WWE wrestler and now AEW wrestler Keith Lee paid tribute to Bray Wyatt on AEW Collision. During a promo, Keith Lee used Bray Wyatt's catchphrase, "Run." As we know that there weren't only tributes in WWE to Bray, but there were also tributes in AEW. The sister of Bray Wyatt, Mika Rotunda, broke her silence after the funeral and said that it has been the hardest few weeks of her life and that she was shocked and saddened by the sudden passing of her brother. As we know, Mika Rotunda actually almost wrestled in WWE, but for various reasons it didn't work out. Nevertheless, Mika and Bray were very, very close. Mika Rotunda shared what she called a public diary about the passing of her brother Bray. Along with this diary entry, she shared some very touching moments of her and Bray over the years. And here's a couple of excerpts from her diary entry about Bray. 2 weeks ago, my big brother left this earth, as I'm still trying to process this and understand that he is truly gone from this realm. Windham was so much more than just my brother. As God is my witness, I can say our family's lives will never return to normal, nor ever be the same. And she ended her diary entry by saying, I could write this message 1,000,000 times over in 1,000,000 different ways, and I probably will. But for today, I pray this helps me grieve to get by until the next wave hits. Windham, I love you more. Mika's words about her brother Bray are definitely touching and moving. And with the funeral now over, we are now learning brand new details about the funeral, including sad new details about Bray's wife, Jojo. Bray Wyatt's longtime friend, Braun Strowman, shared what looked to be an invitation to Bray's funeral. So this invitation for Bray's funeral said the following: celebrating the life of Windham Lawrence Rotunda, Wednesday, 6th of September, 2023. And a quote from Bray was included that read, I am the color red in a world full of black and white. Now, the family has been, rightly so, very secretive about Bray's funeral. One reason is because they just didn't want a lot of paparazzi, press, fans, and luckily, that is exactly what happened at this funeral, or as they call it, a celebration of life. We don't know why Braun Strowman posted this, what seemingly looks like an invitation to the funeral. He may have thought that this was okay to do, and it seems the family's okay with it because it's been up for a few days and it's still up. Possibly because he posted this after the funeral happened, it was okay. The only person in attendance who has actually talked about what happened at the funeral has been Bray's friend, Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy revealed many different AEW wrestlers and WWE wrestlers and Bray's real-life family members attended this funeral. And according to Matt Hardy, only family members spoke at this funeral. Some other details that Matt revealed include the fact that the funeral was delayed by 1 week due to a recent hurricane in Florida. Matt said that almost the entire WWE roster was in attendance And Matt said that it was strange to see WWE wrestlers kind of intermingling with AEW wrestlers. Matt also said that it was a massive turnout. So it sounds like there could have been several hundred people, maybe 500 people, maybe 1,000 people. So even though Matt Hardy talked about how private this funeral was, how many people attended, AEW wrestlers, WWE wrestlers, what about Bray Wyatt's widow, Jojo? Jojo is a former WWE ring announcer who met Bray in WWE and they began dating. And then in 2022, Bray asked Jojo to marry him, and she said yes. At the time of Bray Wyatt's sudden passing, the couple were engaged to be married. And basically, Bray thought of Jojo as his wife. They had already had 2 kids together, and that is what has made this funeral and the death of Bray Wyatt so difficult for Bray's family, but especially Jojo. The emotions that Jojo must have been feeling at Bray's funeral must have been overwhelming. This had to be the second worst day of Jojo's life. Obviously, the worst day of her life had to be, and this is even tough to say, but literally walking in to her and Bray's bedroom and finding Bray lifeless on the bed as his alarm clock was going off to wake him up from a nap. We know that he was basically turning blue when she found him. I can only imagine just the fear, the pain that went through her in that moment. And the second worst day has to be the day that she laid her husband to rest, Bray Wyatt. This is obviously a very, very difficult time, not only for wrestling fans, but for Bray's wife, Jojo. I can only imagine how many tears she has shed over the passing of the love of her life, Bray Wyatt. And she may have been overcome with emotion at his funeral as she sat there crying, wondering, what am I going to do without Bray by my side? What am I going to do about our children who are now without a father? Hopefully with the support that she is receiving from her family and WWE, she will be able to get through this very difficult time. And hopefully she can have some solace in knowing that even though Bray may not be with her physically, he will always be with her in spirit. As Bray Wyatt has now been laid to rest, let me know what your fondest memory of Bray Wyatt was, either over his whole career or during his last run in WWE when he returned in 2022. Leave a comment below and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification and check out our new YouTube channel, Wrestling News Now Insider. Click on the link to visit it now, and you will get brand new exclusive videos.